going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of this week's Fan Mail of the Week Q&A session, guys. The day before Valentine's Day. I really hope you guys have had a very wonderful weekend, of course. And on the side, for those of you out there who are going to be celebrating Valentine's Day tomorrow, I really hope you guys have a very wonderful and very special day. For all my homies, for all the fellas out there, you might as well just get your wallets racking, because Valentine's Day is the only day where men just literally go all out for their woman. And now I personally feel, and this is such a funny topic, because so many guys on Valentine's Day, and only Valentine's Day with the exception of birthdays, are the only times of the year where they just go all out for their woman. Now, I mean, like, nothing ever happens the week after, nothing ever happens the month after, nothing ever happens like a couple of weeks after. Like, it's just the same old shit until Valentine's Day comes along. The guys going ahead and get some chocolate, they get some flowers and some teddy bears, and then boom, they think they've got it all figured out. But essentially, sometimes chocolate, flowers, and teddy bears aren't enough to satisfy a woman. So I really hope you guys have a very fun day tomorrow, you sons of bitches. And 9 months from now, I really hope to hear from most of you, because that's when a lot of babies are going to start popping. So I really hope you guys enjoy this week's episode. For those of you out there who haven't done so, please go on ahead and take a second to check out my second channel, UnrealEnt Network. I guarantee you guys will have orgasms watching it. So many alternatives on there that you guys will certainly enjoy. So I really hope you guys get the cracking and check that out. Subscribe and enjoy, of course. Now, everybody, let's begin. And before I begin, essentially, if you guys have any questions of your own that you guys want to go on ahead and ask me for another Q&A episode, drop your comments and drop your questions down below in the comment section, guys, and I'll make sure to feature it on fan mail. So let us begin with our very first question of the week, and it is from Daniel. What's up, Unreal? Hope you have a great day, bro. Was just hoping to get on fan mail. So yeah, man, here are my questions. All right. Question number 1, is Raikon able to become a Super Saiyan God or Super Saiyan 5? Question number 2, how powerful is Raikon in his other forms? Question 3, when Super Saiyan 4 Raikon fights Super Saiyan 3 Vegito, who wins and why? Aren't, but I'm assuming you're saying isn't Super Saiyan 4 Raikon and Super Saiyan 3 Vegito almost equal in power? Question number 4, do you think Raikon will ever become a popular mainstream character like Zycor and the Super Saiyan 5s, etc.? Hope you have a great day, bro. Well, thank you so much, man. Now, to answer your first question, yes, he is able to become both a god and a Super Saiyan 5, unlike anybody else. In my little fan-made manga, I guess you could say, that I'm going to be working on very soon, Raikon does reach the level of Super Saiyan 5, which is after 4. And then finally, in my, manga, of course, I think that Super Saiyan God should be, the be-all, end-all of all transformations. So Super Saiyan God is essentially above Super Saiyan 5, so he does reach that. Yes, he does. To what degree? There are going to be different concepts of Super Saiyan God in my manga. Of course, Super Saiyan God, and of course, Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. So he does reach both, and it's going to be really hard for him to do so. But essentially, to answer that question, he is able to transform into both. Even though this doesn't tie in with your question, the way he reaches Super Saiyan 5 is going to be very unexpected. But needless to say, he is able to reach it. He does reach it, and when he reaches it, you guys are most likely going to be very happy with what you see. So to answer your second question, how powerful is Raikon in his other forms? Well, he is very powerful in his Super Saiyan 1, 2, and 3 forms. The reason why I love Super Saiyan 4 so much in terms of Raikon is because in that form, like, he's pretty much maxed out. His speed, his agility, his durability, his strength, everything is maxed out to the T. So prior to that, of course, everything else is maxed out as well, but Super Saiyan 4 takes it to a whole different level. Pretty much essentially what I'm trying to say here is Raikon in his Super Saiyan form is able to match up to an Ultra Super Saiyan, perhaps. So essentially, Super Saiyan Raikon is equivalent to like a super level. Like, he's almost to a Super Saiyan 2, right? When he's a Super Saiyan 2, he is equivalent to Majin Vegeta / Super Saiyan 2 Goku and higher. He is pretty much 2 points of Majin Vegeta. So it's like Majin Vegeta and a half. I guess you could say. And the same applies for Goku. When Raikon reaches a Super Saiyan 3 level, he is higher than Goku in his Super Saiyan 3 level. Raikon is equivalent to someone of Janemba's caliber as a Super Saiyan 3. Equal, not greater, but equal. And then while in his Super Saiyan 4 form, he is just vastly ahead of the competition. So that's how Raikon ranks in, at least right now, because again, I am still working on this character, and hopefully he does become something. Now, To answer your third question now, when Raikon fights Super Saiyan 3 Vegito, are they equal in power? No, Raikon is slightly below Super Saiyan 3 Vegito. Now, Super Saiyan 3 Vegito, again, as he progressively fights, he gets stronger and whatnot. So does Raikon, but Vegito's power as a Super Saiyan 3 gradually exceeds Raikon's, which causes Raikon to slip up. So I would have to say no, they're not equal in power. But in terms of strategy, however, and overall technique, Raikon does possess better and more superior techniques than Vegito. But essentially, in terms of raw power and speed, Vegito definitely holds that over Super Saiyan 4 Raikon, which is why essentially as strong as Raikon is, because some people are saying, oh man, he's just too OP. He's not really that OP because he still loses to Vegito, but he doesn't die. So, and to answer your final question, do I think Raikon will ever become a popular mainstream character? Well, here's the thing, right? I really hope that that's the case, because I would love to see my character like essentially become popular enough for you guys to download and stuff, because that would be like very, very important to me, because again, ever since I was a kid, I've always had like these dreams and stuff of having like, you know, fan-made characters in Dragon Ball. So now that I have one essentially being made and whatnot, like he is absolutely amazing. So I really do hope that someone out there creates him in Dragon Ball Xenoverse, in Dragon Ball Mugen, like whatever game is essentially out there for there to be, you know, customizable options to create characters and stuff. I really hope that Raikon definitely makes it, because that'll really show that people, you know, care enough to make him and stuff, and people actually want to utilize him to his fullest and whatnot. I mean, again, anything could happen essentially, and I really hope that that's the case, because I really hope that we do get to see Raikon essentially in a game. That would be really cool, because then I can start pairing him off in certain games. My friend Maji Gaming actually made him in Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3, which I love him to death for that. He is a downloadable mod character, and ever since that happened, actually, ever since he made that character, like that really meant a lot to me, because that showed me that, you know, someone actually cared about Raikon. So again, guys, like there are different variations as to, you know, Raikon's look per se. I still haven't introduced his Super Saiyan 1, 2, or 3 forms, which I am planning on doing very soon. Of course, as you guys saw, he does have a base form. I showcased his base form before. I still haven't showcased his Super Saiyan 1, 2, or 3 forms necessarily yet. But of course, I do have more pictures that I'm definitely going to release very soon on Raikon and whatnot. He does encounter Beerus, in case you guys are wondering, so that's always a fun little altercation. Yeah, essentially, Raikon, I do hope that he becomes popular enough. I really hope you guys take the time to go ahead and spread the word on Raikon, because that would be really cool for me. Like, that would be really cool to see a fan character rise up to the occasion. And again, it's not like he is, like, super mega powerful, like, to the point where he's just, like, godly. No, that's not the case at all. Raikon does have limits. As strong as he is, he does possess limits. But what makes Raikon so unique is his fighting style. It's the way he just goes about, you know, certain things and whatnot. And I essentially love the way he's presented, because Raikon offers something unique. I mean, from his thermal vision techniques and stuff, like from his after image instant transmission techniques, like Raikon does possess really awesome stuff. So, but needless to say, my friend, thank you for the questions once again, Daniel, and I hope you have a very, very wonderful day, bro. So now moving on to the next question, which is from Jana. Hey Alex, love your videos, bro. Would love to know your thoughts on this. Okay, question number 1. Why are video game companies so hostile towards its fans? Ooh, nice. They claim to listen to the fans, but meanwhile they never cater to the demands of its customers when they're willing to pay money for it. Examples of this are Silent Hills, Left 4 Dead, Half-Life 3. Okay, well, I definitely see your point. And to answer your question, that's a very interesting... It's a very interesting topic to dive into. I will say this. I will say that video game companies, they always have to look after themselves. It's quite normal, because again, it's what video game companies do. You know, they essentially care about money, but sometimes more along the lines, you know, if they want more money, they're gonna have to start listening to the fans, because we, the fans, are the ones that essentially give them the money. So if they don't go on ahead, and if they don't cater to the fans, if they don't essentially listen, you know, they're not gonna get their profits worth. So for me, for example, with Konami, right? Konami definitely fucked over a lot of its fans with Metal Gear, Silent Hills, getting rid of Kojima, which was a big thing. And it's just like, you know, it pisses me off, because as a loyal customer, I would have paid money for Silent Hills. so would have, I mean, like, so many other people would have done the same thing, right? But essentially they took that and they were just like, well, we're not going to be leaning more towards being a gaming company anymore, so you guys can go fuck off. Pretty much spitting in our faces and stuff. Like, and with Metal Gear Solid 5, as good as it was, probably that's going to be the only Metal Gear game that we're going to have in a long ass time. So same thing goes with Valve. They pretty much slacked off on Half-Life 3 because we had Half-Life 1 and 2 but no 3. We had Left 4 Dead 1 and 2 but no 3. It's like, why are they doing things in twos? It just doesn't make any sense. And so it just kind of pisses me off because as a fan, I would love to play Half-Life 3. As a fan, I would love to play Left 4 Dead 3. But essentially, it's like, I believe nobody has the balls to step up and legitimately challenge these companies and tell them, no, you're fucking wrong, like, fuck off, we're not gonna, you know, buy into your shit. And the only other person that I saw do that, essentially, was Alpha Omega Sin, and he was the only one that was able to call out Konami and other companies for their BS. But essentially, it's like, sometimes, you know, in the corporate world, you have to have a lot of yes men, because if you don't, you can essentially be terminated. So I don't know, man. It's just, it's a very contradicting thing, you know. Personally, for me, I would love to see like old school games come back, like so many promising titles and stuff. You know, they didn't have to cancel Silent Hills. They didn't have to like stop productions on Half-Life 3 and Left 4 Dead 3. They didn't have to stop doing like games like Scythe and Filter and stuff. Like, they didn't have to stop these projects and stuff. Essentially, in today's day and age, I think a lot of these games could grow, and they would grow a lot, and they would generate a lot of money to these companies. But these companies, let's face it, guys, these companies don't give a shit about you. They don't give a shit about me. They don't give a shit about your parents. They don't give a shit about your friends. They don't give a shit about your favorite YouTuber. They don't give a shit about nobody else. All they care about is your bottom dollar. That's all they care about. These companies, these corporations, they do care about your money. Now, granted, with the exception of a very small few who do care about how you feel about certain things, essentially 90% of these big corporate, you know, video game companies, they don't really care about you and stuff. And that's the sad part, because we put in a lot into these companies, and just for them to say, you know, F you, and stuff, it's just horrible. So I mean, for me, I would never know the real answer because I'm not in the corporate world when it comes to video games and working with these major companies. But if I knew, I would definitely, like, say something, because sometimes it's wrong. Sometimes it truly is. So, but once again, thank you for the questions, and I really hope that you have an awesome day. Now, moving on to the next question, which is from George. Mr. George, I just want to say before I begin, I am very tired. It is, what time is it right now? It is 7:31 at night, but I've been up roughly for 24 hours. Actually, no, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've been up for 31 hours. Holy shit. I've been up for 31 hours. The reason why I was up for 31 hours was because obviously I had Friday off, and so I just decided to stay up and just marathon a bunch of movies, play a bunch of games for you guys like Rainbow Six and whatnot, and I am tired. So as soon as this fan mail is done, I think I'm going to crash, which is going to be like around 8 o'clock. So I am knocking out until like next year. So once again, on to your question, Mr. George. Hope this makes it onto fan mail, bro. It has. Question number 1. Do you think you can upload more Dying Light survival episodes either on here or Unreal ENT Network? They're very dark and creepy, and I loved it. Thank you, man. Question 2, what's coming for Unreal ENT Network this year? What do you plan on doing on there? Question 3, will you review comics on your channel? Thank you, George. Well, to answer your first question, I've been dying to play Dying Light for a while now. I just never had like the motivation to go back on there because I'm doing so many other things. But essentially, I could go back and I could do several survival episodes on my channel, and then I could post like some survival play games on Unreal ENT Network where I can just do a bunch of playthroughs and stuff, me kicking zombies' asses and whatnot. Essentially, if that's what you want, let me know in the comment section below. Again, guys, I always like to ask you what you guys would like to see before I do it, because again, whether it's Left 4 Dead, whether it's Dying Light, whether it's Minecraft, whether it's WWE, I do want to ask you guys what you guys want to see, because whatever it is you guys want to see, I'll try my best to just post it up. So in terms of Dying Light, I will definitely do that. I will definitely play a few episodes and just, upload them for you guys. For Unreal ENT Network as well, if anybody wants to play, let me know. Just simply join, and let's have ourselves a good old time, because like Dying Light is very fun. I don't care what nobody says. Like, Dying Light is fun as hell. So I mean, you can't really beat out parkour acts, like running around and just like drop kicking zombies and stuff, it is gold. So, but once again, moving on to your next question, which is actually what's coming for Unreal ENT Network. All right, so I was about to move on to the next question. You hear me here? Jeez, I'm so freaking tired. Now what's coming for Unreal ENT Network this year? That's a very, very good question. I will say I will be doing more random vlogs. I will be doing more anime games such as Naruto, Attack on Titan, even One Piece. I will be playing more Dragon Ball on there, of course. So whatever kind of Dragon Ball game you want me to play on there, let me know and I will do it. What else am I gonna do? I'm gonna do a bunch of wrestling videos, of course. I plan on going back on the Xbox 360 and PS3 and doing some classic games on there alongside some Mugen games. I was planning on doing a bunch of Mugen What If battles for comic book characters, for horror icons and stuff. So I'm planning on definitely going back on there and just reintroducing that on my second channel on Unreal ENT Network. Of course, with Dying Light as well, I will be doing Dying Light. What else am I going to be doing? I'm going to be doing a bunch of stuff. I'm trying to think right off the top of my head. I will also be doing tutorials and how-tos for computers and stuff, like just in case you guys want to know how to download a certain program or how to upload a certain program or how to like work certain mechanics. I will be doing that on there as well. So I just hope that you guys enjoy it because I plan on doing so much for that channel. Essentially the same thing for this one. I plan on doing a lot here too, but on there I will be focusing so much on bringing you different content. So and I'm actually planning on trying to start up a vlogging channel, so if you guys want to see that, let me know in the comment section below. I want to know if you guys want to see me make a vlog channel. That has been like one thing I've been like really itching on. So and to answer your final question, reviews on comics, well, I do have a bunch of comics, and that is something that nobody's ever asked me before. So with the exception of like a person named Edgar and stuff, like people have wanted me to do comic books and stuff. I will do it so as long as you guys want to see it. I do have several, I mean, I have random ass comics. I have like The Simpsons Treehouse of Horrors. I have the JLA versus Avengers comics. I have just like several comics on here. So in case you guys want to go on ahead and see them, let me know and I will present them to you guys. So, but once again, Mr. George, thank you for your questions, and I really do hope that you have a very awesome day, bro. Now, moving on to the next question, which is from Freestyle Madness. Yo, what's up, Unreal? Just want to say you're awesome, man. Here are my questions. Thank you, bro. Question number 1. Do you think you can run through Black Ops 1 and 2 zombies? Miss those videos. Thanks, man. Question 2, what's your favorite zombies movie of recent years? Question 3, thoughts on 28 Months Later? Question 4, favorite ice cream? Well, thank you, Freestyle. Now, to answer your first question, I really want to go back on Black Ops 1. I really want to go back on Black Ops 1 only because Black Ops 1 was so fun online. Like, that is just undeniable. But if I go back on Call of Duty Black Ops 1, essentially there's nobody online playing zombies on there. Like, there's like that place is a ghost town. So me going back and playing Black Ops 1 zombies, I will basically be playing with myself, you know, and like I would love to play with like a group of people, just throw down with the undead. That is something that I definitely want to do, but of course people just don't play that game anymore now. I would love to go back on Moon, I would love to go back on 5, I would love to go back on several maps, but I just can't do so because people aren't playing. I mean, if you want me to go solo, I'll go solo and we'll see how that goes, but essentially I was thinking about going back on Black Ops 1 and playing Moon, because Moon was so fun. I love the Moon so much, and several other maps as well. So if I do go back and play those games, hopefully I do have like a crowd to play with, because of course I don't want to just be there looking like a freaking schmuck playing by myself, getting wrecked at like round 3 and stuff. Like, so if I had a crowd that is willing to play with me, I will definitely throw down on the Xbox, because I only have those games for the Xbox 360. So yeah, I mean, if there's a group of people out there that want to play, I am down for it. So to answer your second question, favorite zombie movie as of recent years, aside World War Z, nothing, because all the other zombie movies suck. And you said as of recent years, guys, not all time. I mean, all time, my favorite movie is Dawn of the Dead, the remake, of course, but trying to think. You got World War Z. I mean, that's essentially it, man. The zombie genre, the fucking zombie genre is dead. Like, I hate it, like, because I would love to see more zombie films, but that franchise is just gone and over with. So I would love to see more, don't get me wrong, but for me it's definitely World War Z. So comment down below on what your favorite zombie movies were over the last several years, because I am very curious on this. To answer your third question, thoughts on 28 Months Later? Well, ooh, that's a good one. All right, well, 28 Months Later, I do believe possesses so much potential to be a monster in the box office. That all depends on how they tell the story. Now, by no means can they make this film PG-13. If they ever make 28 Months Later PG-13, I will scream on the top of my lungs, because the first two were rated R, and of course, the way they were built off of one another and stuff, like, they just played off very well. I think that they ought to showcase what happened when the zombies got to Paris. Of course, we do know of the surviving people that survived the explosions and stuff in London and whatnot. So there are people that survived. But what about like all across the world? Because we do know that the infection actually went out there, and it began infecting, like, you know, France and Paris and like Germany and stuff. Like this virus started affecting like every nation everywhere, and I would love to see what would happen once that virus got to where it got to, and you know what would have happened if it got to America and Canada and stuff. Like that would have been so awesome to see. But then again, that's almost like recapping World War Z, because that's almost like the same thing, because World War Z was like all over the place and stuff. So I don't want 28 Months Later to replicate that, but then again, I would love to see different points of views. My thoughts are that I really hope that 28 Months Later drops like this year, next year, the year after, whatever the case may be, because 28 Months Later was such a great film. And you know, for them to go down the way they did, it sucked. It really did, because I would love to see another film, you know, from these people, because the people that made the first one, I mean, 28 Days Later was awesome. 28 Weeks Later was just as good. If not, you know, I would prefer the first one just a little bit more, just because it was like really dark and really like insidious, like the way it went down and stuff. So 28 Months Later for me, I don't know, like as of right now, like there are several rumors of it being greenlighted, several rumors of it being delayed and canceled and stuff. So if it drops, I hope it's rated R. If, you know, it comes out with a decent story, I really hope that they follow up with what happened in Paris and stuff, because that's essentially what happened at the end of 28 Weeks Later. They got to Paris, and then after that, we don't know what happened. So, and to answer your final question, my favorite ice cream is vanilla. So, but once again, Mr. Freestyle, thank you for your questions, and I really hope you have an awesome day. And once again, guys, thank you all for watching this week's episode of Fan Mail of the Week Q&A, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys are fans, don't forget to subscribe so you guys don't miss out a single Fan Mail episode or any other video for that matter. If you guys enjoyed the episode, don't forget to smash that like button. Leave your thoughts and leave your questions down in the comment section below so I can go on ahead and answer that next week. I really hope you guys have a wonderful Valentine's Day. I'm very curious to know as to what you guys are going to be doing. If you guys are going out with a female, let me know how it goes, fellas. And if you girls are going out with some guys, again, let me know how it goes, because I am very curious. I will get my popcorn. I will just sit back and just like enjoy reading what goes on, because this is going to be fun. So I really hope you guys have a very wonderful time, and thank you all for watching once again, everybody. Tune in for the next episode next week, and I'll be seeing you all in essentially the next fan mail. So thank you all for watching, guys, and I'll be seeing you all later. Peace. I'm taking my ass to bed because I am tired as fuck.